took on the challenge of not turning off my PC until I reached level 1 to 60 in World of Warcraft Classic. It's been 3 days since the fateful journey of Zafferoni the Undead Rogue began. Last time, our heroine, not that heroine, our female skeletal champion plunged into the damp fungus-ridden depths of Wailing Caverns in hopes of getting the leggings of the Fang. Unfortunately, luck wasn't on my side that day, but I was still rewarded with a nice consolation prize in the form of a powerful blue sword called the Wingblade. But as they say, third time's the charm. So I entered the dungeon once more and guess what? The pants finally dropped. But of course, I must face the final boss yet. /roll. Fuck this. I'm done with this depressing cave. I'm taking my swashbuckling talents to Deadmines. So back to Orgrimmar I go, onto the Gromgul Zeppelin, and jumping off midway into the Murloc-infested water. With masterful strokes, I swim like my life depends on it while being completely oblivious of the monsters 15 levels higher lurking down below. Soggy but finally safe, I step into the sandy shores of Westfall.
The smell of fresh air.
That's when it hit me. I was too occupied with wiping every last pixel of Wailing Caverns from my memory, so much that the tiny insignificant detail of needing 2 more actual players for our party completely slipped my mind. Luckily, I was able to quickly find a mage and an absolute unit of a tank named Fat Burrito, who sadly had to bail out because the instance, Deadmines, the one he signed up for, apparently was too far for his inconvenience. What a brilliant lad. Honestly, Blizzard, just activate the damn meeting stones already. After 30 minutes of desperately keeping my 4-man crew entertained so they wouldn't abandon ship, not to mention our poor priest dying over and over and over again to Murlocs as he makes the brutal swimathon to Westfall, we finally found a tank who actually wanted to be here, and just like that, the run was on. While waiting for our crew to assemble, we have no idea what danger lurks in the shadows. A human rogue watches us, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He's already taken down our priest once, and he's out for more blood. I spot him slipping into the side and I stealthily follow, thinking he didn't see me. My heart was pounding. Then, he strikes the first blow! This bastard actually lured me into his trap. I call for help as I parry his relentless attacks. I pop evasion, he pops evasion. We dodge and weave and cleave with neither of us backing down. My health is dropping fast. I need to create space, I need to do something, but before I can, the filthy Alliance blade finds its way to my chest. The world spins as I collapse into the cold, damp floor. Wow. So this is what PvP feels like. The rush, the intensity, it's insane. My heart thumps like a madman, my adrenaline through the roof, and I love every second of this. You'd think that after getting clapped that the rogue would cut his losses and move on, right? But nope. Out of nowhere, the loser goes straight for grills. Did it work? Almost. But ambushing a group of 5? I gotta respect that. The guy's got balls larger than a Thorns hitbox. Even though this is my first time on a PvP server, the encounter from earlier ignited something primal within me. An almost unholy thirst for Alliance blood. Is this what PvP does to you? Was I becoming corrupted into a path of rootless slaughter? Because my blood boils every time I see an Alliance on sight. Just look at this lad. Just chillin', waiting for his friends, maybe tabbed out, maybe making a sandwich. Then boom! Gone. Obliterated. But I feel no remorse. Just the addicting satisfaction of another kill. But I'm more than just a cold-blooded killer. I'm destined for a greater cause, and right now, only one thing matters. Together, with this ragtag band of 4 random people still up at 4 AM, we must liberate Deadmines from the grip of the Defias Brotherhood. But as you can see, our hunter was also fighting battles of his own.
Gotta take a leak, man. Been sitting here drinking beer.
he declares before going on a heroic side quest to the bathroom. But I doubt it was the boost that nearly made him wet his pants. It certainly was the rogue from earlier. We reach the first boss, Rakzor. The fight gets chaotic fast as we have to deal with his two henchmen. Thankfully, our mage is wise enough to polymorph one of them. I take on the other ad while the rest of the team focuses on the boss. Once my opponent is down, I think about grabbing the other henchman but figured it's smarter to just burn Rakzor down. Before I knew it, the brawl is over. The next room was a literal goblin labor camp. Despite being forced to work, these guys were ready to fight to the death for their masters. Such a grim reminder of Defias's cruelty. The boss, Sneed, looks like something plucked out of the evil kid's box in the Toy Story movie. He might look like comedic relief at first, but don't let his stupid looking ass fool you. This guy slaps like he's after your lunch money. Not to mention he can cast Fear, sending the afflicted target running around like a madman for a couple of seconds. But let's be honest, it's a 5 versus 1. Unless we all simultaneously alt-tab and open RuneScape, this guy is going down. We demolish his robot suit and then surprise! Out comes an insignificant little midget. The devs got to be trolling us. Oh, you want an epic boss? Here's a garden gnome with some anger issues. A quick reminder that after you beat a boss in Deadmines, a patrol spawns behind you. I quickly alert my team and we turn around to deal with it. The slavery situation becomes much worse the deeper we got into the dungeon. We find a room full of goblin engineers working day and night to supply the Brotherhood with arms. Imagine doing an internship at a prestigious dwarven workshop only to end up working for a bunch of criminals. Such a sad, twisted fate. We did quick work of the boss Galneed with me and Grills fighting toe-to-toe on who gets to be on top of the damage meters. He beat me by a sliver, but it's okay. He did kill the ally rogue from earlier for me. I load up the cannon and we blast through the entrance in spectacular fashion. Pretty sure the Defias got the memo. We're here to bust your asses! As we approach the ship, we're greeted by no other than Mr. Smite. Big, beefy, and already looking like he wants to smash our face in.
You there, check out that noise,
he says in a voice deeper than the Marianas Trench. He storms down the ramp, but surprise! He's not alone. Out of nowhere, 2 invisible Defias black guards spring into action. I hold one off while Bull Dairy keeps the other 2 in check. Once the ads have been dealt with, we gang up on Smite. Just as we think that we're getting the upper hand, bam! He slams the ground and stuns everyone. But instead of pressing the attack, he casually strolls over to his stash to grab a new set of weapons. Now he's stronger, faster, and way angrier. We jump back into the fight doing our best to burn his HP, but oh no! He pulls the same stunt again. Another stun, another weapon swap. It's like that one annoying cousin who likes to show off all of his toys when you come over. But we hold our ground against the angry Tauren and down he goes. Bass Blaster then whispers me a full breakdown of his strategy for the final boss, which I honestly thought was pretty solid.
Definitely need to kill the first round of ads. Hunter Pet could tank one, I could chip the other.
Honestly, I'm not even sure what to do. We're pretty under-leveled, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad. It's not hardcore after all. Someone accidentally pulls the boss and I quickly guide my team towards the wheel, a well-known reset spot. Jumping on the wheel stops the mobs from attacking, then they freeze, and they will eventually reset. We thought the coast was clear. Spoilers? It was not clear. We head back up, then out of nowhere, the enemy started storming towards us. Holy smokes, and worse? We're frozen in place. Helpless. This might be the worst day of my life. This is the end. But wait, no! Someone drops a target dummy! Not just any target dummy. The target dummy. The mobs, virtually programmed to be incapable of ignoring an inanimate object, swarm to it like it owes them money. This buys us time to jump off the ledge and scurry back into the safety of the wheel. Woohoo! Once the dust settles, I had to ask, who did it? Who dropped the dummy? And who was it but no other than the man, the myth, the legend, the mage, Bass Blaster! Okay. He's a true hardcore veteran. That makes sense. Whoa, double ding! We stood there, basking in the glowing aura of pure gamer progress. Just when we realized we're kinda cracked. Was it a minor milestone in the grand scheme of things? Yes. Was it treated like we just cleared Naxxramas blindfolded? Also yes. It was beautiful. It was inspiring. It was, objectively speaking, the greatest moment of the past 10 minutes. Just when I thought things had settled down, in storms Captain Greenskin in his bright red shirt as if he owns the place. The fight was pure chaos. Bulldairy dives into tank. I took care of one of the ads and Greenskin's out there blasting like it's the 4th of July. Every time he swings, someone's HP bar drops like the stock market in a recession. But we hold the line. Spells fly, cooldowns burn, and after a messy, beautiful brawl, we take him down. And then it drops. The Emberstone Staff. There's cheering, possibly tears, and a relieved hell yeah from Bass Blaster. But of course, it wasn't over yet. One last pirate stood between us and glory. Edwin Van Cleef. The criminal mastermind behind the devious operations of the Defias Brotherhood. I share Bass Blaster's master plan in the chat like some kind of tactical genius. Everyone immediately agrees. Not because it was a good plan, but because pretending you know what's going on is the glue that holds us together. So Bulldairy runs in, fearless and noble, while immediately losing half of his health in one swing. That's not good. But hey, I do the usual. We kill the first set of ads. Van Cleef hits 50% and goes,
"Surprise, motherfucker!"
"Let me just pull 2 more goons out of thin air real quick." And then everyone stops moving. Time slows. My heart drops. My character is frozen in time. Not by a stun, not by a spell, but by the cruel hands of a third world country Wi-Fi. I bolt to my bedroom thinking my tiny toddler unplugged the modem again. Maybe the Defias Brotherhood was sabotaging my connection. While I do so, the internet returns. The boss goes after Grills, who desperately runs around in hopes of shaking him off. I get back on my computer just in time to see the hunter face plant on the floor. Now there's just 3 of us left. I man up and tank the boss. I press evasion while hoping for the best. Bass Blaster drops another target dummy, proving once and for all that he's Gandalf incarnate. One Defias Blackguard started going ham on our priest, but I didn't care. I tunneled the boss anyway. It's now or never. And then, miraculously, against all odds, we defeat him. Van Cleef's greasy corpse hits the deck. But there was no time to celebrate. We immediately sprint towards the wheel like it's the last toilet on Taco Day. We are in no shape to deal with the remaining ads. Whew! That was intense. My mind was in the fight the entire time that I did not notice that cruel barb dropped. This sword would have been best for me, but guess what? I do the most honorable thing. I pass on it for Grills, the hunter, to take. No. Not because I'm a kind man, but because I refuse to spend another copper getting fiery enchant again. Call it generosity, call it being stupid, I call it a wise economic decision. And just like that, our Deadmines saga comes to a close. It was far from pretty. We had wipes, disconnects, rogue sneak attacks, but somehow, we made it out alive. I hit level 23 and most importantly, I made some good friends along the way. Not the kind of friends you'd trust with your epic BOEs, but the kind who die with you in a dungeon and laugh about it after. And honestly, that's what World of Warcraft is all about. I wasted no time hopping on my next adventure. Next stop, the Stone Talon Mountains. New quests, new mobs, and probably more pain. I'll see you degenerates in the next one. Zaffrey out.